This is Steve.
And this is Shawn.
This is Acro Media's High Five.
So, Steve, what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to be talking about OMS and fulfillment. And if you don't know what OMS is, it's Order Management Systems.
You're a genius.
You know what? I don't hear that enough.
Hey.
So, Shawn,
It's shocking.
why don't you talk a little bit about just what an order management system is, and then we'll talk a little bit about fulfillment.
Well, I mean, it's a system for managing orders. I thought it was sort of pretty obvious. I don't
So
really understand what this video is about. No.
So, okay, that being said then, you have a front-facing website, Drupal Commerce site in this case. Someone goes through the checkout, their order is now in the back end. They put in their payment, they go through the payment gateway, now they've checked out. Now, I assume at this point, we're in the back end, and now we have to fulfill the order, and that is when we're talking about fulfilling the order management systems.
Yeah. Usually when there's order management and fulfillment, they can overlap somewhat, but they mean slightly different things. Order management usually meaning the aspect of actually managing the order as a customer service person. So checking that the order is valid, filling it out, answering any customer questions, revising an order, if a customer calls in later, checking on if they have a query about their order. That kind of stuff is all order management. And then fulfillment is usually the actual act of getting the person the product, which is not necessarily the same step and not necessarily done by the same people. So fulfillment is literally taking stuff off of shelves, putting them into boxes, getting them shipped out, or making sure a digital good actually goes to the customer. So they're very closely tied together. Oftentimes people will even use separate systems for both of them. And they don't always mean the exact same thing. But they're two parts of the same system.
So how does Drupal handle the actual management of orders and handle fulfillment out of the box?
So Drupal has full order management out of the box. That part it's pretty strong at. You can edit orders, change orders, add products to them, remove products, change taxes, put notes into them, change statuses, all that normal stuff. It has the sort of full back, and it doesn't have to push to another system. It's not just a cart system. It has full order management. So that part, basically covered. And it's customizable if you need to change things and stuff. Fulfillment is going to have more in Commerce 2.x, which is Commerce for Drupal 8. Although there is a lot more to sort of be done there. And oftentimes that is a key area for an integration with a third party. Because you might, first of all, you might not do your own fulfillment at all. You might like do fulfillment through Amazon or something. So you will just send all your stuff. Even if you process the orders, you will then send them off to Amazon, who will actually handle shipping them out and everything. So you don't do the fulfillment. Yeah. Or, you have a bunch of warehouse staff and they have a different piece of warehouse software, because it can get really complicated. Maybe you ship out from 20 different locations. All your products are not in all your locations, so you have to move things around and everything. So Drupal will do some of that. It handles, what is this? What location is it in? What box did I put it in? We can do the basics of that. We have the framework for that in Commerce 2.x, but sometimes it can get past the ability of Drupal to do that, especially we're still in the sort of early stages of Commerce for Drupal 8.
So question for you regarding integrations. Is there any type of integration that's going to be easier to work with than others, being that this is going to be a popular spot within Drupal Commerce to integrate?
Yeah, and I mean, there are some, like SKUport and some of the other sort of more standard ones that are used fairly often, or Amazon Fulfillment is a good example. That's one that we'll have an integration for. The biggest thing is you want a modern one that has an API that can be worked with. A lot of this, since fulfillment has existed basically forever, since ordering things through catalogs and stuff like that, a lot of the software seems like it's from the same era or whatever, so it's not necessarily something that can be easily integrated within. It works existing in the warehouse, but it doesn't really understand the concept of being on the internet and having other services connect with it. So that can be a real impediment if you have some type of software, if it can easily integrate with your website stuff. Some ones, they have nice API documentation. It's just a simple build to put them together, or maybe we even already have one. It can get to all the way to the point where an integration is actually not possible because the system doesn't interface with any outside systems. So, and sort of everywhere in between.
Are there any integrations that currently exist that have Drupal modules?
Oh yeah, the couple I mentioned. So Amazon fulfillment. Has
so they're already
stuff for
ready to
Drupal
go.
7.
So you don't
It
have
has
to-
stuff for Drupal 7, and there's some work that's been done for Drupal 8. A SKU port, I think, is going to get one pretty quickly as well, which handles SKU management and stuff somewhat related to fulfillment. So
Okay.
there's some stuff like that. Fulfillment stuff is actually not too hard to integrate with. Usually you're just basically pushing the order information to that stuff. Bright Pearl is another one that handle that, which has a 7 and will probably be getting an 8 soon. So.
Okay. So why don't we do the too long didn't read then?
Drupal Commerce has really good order management out of the box. It has okay fulfillment out of the box, but it can integrate with any fulfillment you want.
Great.
Well, okay, except for the really shitty ones that were made in the 70s.
Noted. So, that being said, if you like what you hear today, subscribe to our channel, comment below.
Also, follow us on Facebook, read our blog at acromedia.com, and follow me on Twitter.